Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and hello Miss Sonia. Let me introduce myself. My name is Karina Aurelia, a student from English Language Education Study Program at Jakarta State of University. I am from 25D and my student ID is 1202625 150. This video is created as a part of my study skills final examination. I would like to share my journey throughout this semester, especially my experience with the most challenging course and how it shaped my study habits to become better. This semester has been a period of important progress and self-improvement for me. At the beginning, I felt like overwhelmed, confused, and not very confident with my learning abilities. While many of my friends were already fluent in English, I felt like my skills still needed a lot of improvements. At that time, I didn't have an effective learning system yet, and I also postponed the assignment until the deadline was very close. However, as the semester progressed, I started to notice improvements in myself. I began to understand my own learning style better and tried to build small habits to improve my learning ability. I became more disciplined, more organized with my time, and also more committed to improving my learning behavior. Even though the process was not always easy, but I can see how much I have grown compared to the beginning of the semester. For me, several courses were challenging this semester, but the one that felt the most difficult was fundamental grammar. It's because I had to understand the grammar rules from tenses, adverb, clause, and also sentence structure that sometimes felt very confusing. There were many moments when I felt completely stuck and didn't know where to start. I was slower at understanding the material, but eventually I realized that struggle pushed me to study more seriously and more effectively. To overcome this challenge, I knew I had to change the way I studied. So, I started looking to the methods that would help me understand the material better. First, I made notes that were short, simple, and easy to review. And the second, I began to explore different ways of learning by doing more practice exercise. This helped me test my understanding instead of just rereading the material. And next, whenever I felt the topic was too difficult, I watched explanation on YouTube to see more example and simpler explanation. And lastly, I learning in simple, short, and focused session. It usually 25 until 30 minutes. During my learning process, I also used several digital tools that helped me a lot this semester. First is Google Classroom. Google Classroom helped me keep track of deadlines and assignments. And then YouTube. Whenever I was stuck, YouTube was the first place I searched for answer. And last but not least is Google Translate. Google Translate helped me understand words or expression I was not familiar with. Using digital tools made my study process much more efficient and really supported me in understanding the material better. For next semester, there are several things I want to improve. I want to be more consistent and reduce my habit of procrastinating. I also want to starting my assignments earlier so I won't feel stressed too close to the deadline. In addition, I also want to improve my listening and speaking skills so in the next semester, I can achieve the better results. So that is my reflection on the most challenging course that I had this semester. Even though it was difficult, but the experience taught me a lot of discipline and responsibility. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for attention and see you next semester.